Welcome to Sharko's Tactical Podcast, episode 68. I am here with my homies and special guest, the Creepy Andrew. Omar Essen, Luke, my lord, the Glue Andrews.
What up?
And the amazing Dean Carroll.
What's going on, guys?
How was your week, guys? Omar, are you okay? I mean, when I look over there and it gets me worried. But that's all right. You explained that's just normal, right? It's just normal. It's normal for people to look like they have autism. But all right, so I mean, do it. Just stand there for a second. Yeah, like that, right there. That, right there. That.
He's got no mic. He can hear.
I'm just listening, man.
You weren't supposed to share a microphone with Creepy. So anyway, Creepy Andrew is here, and the reason why is he's got some experiences to talk about with a company called SilencerShop. Now, I think we were the first company in our area to have the SilencerShop kiosk long time ago. I met SilencerShop when they had a little tiny booth on the top third floor at SHOT Show way back in the day. And I took a loan from a fucking loan shark, a credit card loan shark, who, like, crazy percentage just so I could buy that thing. And we had it for years and sold many cans with it. And we were, like a platinum dealer or whatever. And it became such a pain in the ass that we stopped using it. Eventually, when they switched to e-forms, it became a real problem, and a lot of people's stuff got lost. And the thing that I never really liked about SilencerShop was they would always blame us for the problems. And Chris, our compliance guy, is a pretty detail-oriented guy, so he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. And but it was, and then when you do business with people, you don't blame it on each other. So they always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But then once the e-form things came about, I was like, forget it. And then we went to SHOT Show and we picked up, what's the name of the company, Omar?
Peter Farms.
Peter Farms Cerebus. So we use Peter Farms Cerebus. We found them probably, 4 years ago?
Yeah,
3 years ago?
4
4 years ago. And I was walking by the sandblast area, which was right behind me at the time, and Omar was sandblasting, and I realized very racially that there's a foreign kid in my shop who's probably good with computers, and I told Omar he was going to be the new NFA guy. That's probably correct, right? So we got the Peter Farms system, and we never looked back, and it's great. And now Peter Farms, 4 years later, they've sold 1,000 of the same systems that we sold to us, and it's the best thing we've ever done for the company. But still, time from time, I look at SilencerShop stuff, and I try to buy their cans. Like, I look at them, because they sometimes have stuff that you can't get anywhere else, because they're such a behemoth. And the ambient cans, they have an exclusive agreement with. I wanted to at least have one so we could just shoot content with it. So I paid $1,400 and change for the ambient can, and just I was like, all right, well, they'll just send it to me, and I haven't gotten it, and we're messaging them, and then so I run a company, so it's kind of hard for me to stay up on their butt to try to get them to give me my can, so I've elected Andrew as the man who's supposed to find my can. So how is that going, Andrew?
So far, there's been about zero progress. Multiple emails.
How many emails have you sent them?
2 at this point.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Didn't you call them too?
I called him today.
How long were you on the phone?
30 minutes.
And did you get a person?
Yeah, I talked to a person.
What'd they say?
She couldn't really help me.
She didn't help you?
No.
Did you start hitting on her?
No, she didn't sound that hot. She sounded okay.
Okay, so what? I don't understand. Why couldn't she help you?
So I told her the exact scenario. Like, I know we're not, part of your dealer
network.
Yeah, we're not part of your dealer network. We have our own FFL. I've already sent it to you. I just want this shipped here. And she was like, oh, okay, what's your zip code? and she was trying to find us on their network. And
Uh-huh.
She's like, "Yeah, you're not a part of our network." I was like, I know. I just need it shipped here, whatever it takes. She's like, okay.
Why won't they ship it to Bullet Hole?
So I don't think they've shipped that there yet because you haven't filled out your profile because they think you're just an individual.
Well, why can't they just send it there and then we transfer it, we Form 3 it to us?
So that's probably it's either that or just cancel.
Why won't they communicate with you?
I think there's just probably too many cogs in this machine.
Are we just being little crybabies, or do you think like the system's really kind of?
I mean, I've heard other people complaining about their customer support since the start of the year. So, I mean, I don't think it's just us.
How long you guys been waiting for it?
I ordered it December.
Oh,
Damn.
Maybe like I right when the Grand Thumb video, like right when I saw it, I fucking found it and bought it. I was one of those guys.
that sucks.
I know. I know. I wonder like how do you do business with these guys? Like if it's this difficult for a gun shop to get a can from them, how difficult is it for other people? Like what if you never do everything right? Then like I mean, how many cans are lost in their system?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, I imagine it was a big cluster because they were holding cans back in July.
Of ours?
No, just like customers, because of the free tax stamp thing. So they've been, they hoarded suppressors since July, and then the new year, it kind of I think they've just been kind of jammed up.
Jammed up?
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for your input. You're just a really good podcast guest.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Creepy. You can go now.
All right.
Everybody say
Bye,
bye to
Creepy.
Creepy.
For the record, I wanted him to stay.
Did you want him to stay?
Yeah.
Then you can't talk.
Yeah, it's great. I get to sit here and look autistic, per your words.
You could have stayed longer, like if you would have shared the microphone with Luke, but you didn't because you didn't want people to know.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
I will. Thanks for having me.
Later, buddy. Really good time with you.
Man behind the camera.
What an exit.
What an exit. What a creepy dude, right?
You're too harsh on that guy.
Me?
He does everything for you.
He does.
Yeah. All you do is call him creepy.
Well, but he's kind of creepy. What did he say to you the other day when we were talking about a customer who's a coach? Like we were talking about like some customer who was a coach who ordered something, and he was like, "Coach is gonna make you run laps."
No, I told him, I'm like, Coach said, take a lap.
And then what did he say to you?
I don't remember, but it was
Yeah,
creepy.
it was really fucking creepy. Like he was like, he's gonna make you take a shower, like something like that. He just says the weirdest shit sometimes, dude. It's. I mean, I don't mean to be mean. If you said the weirdest shit like that, I'd be mean to you too.
I say some pretty weird stuff.
I know you don't say it in front of me. See, you know not to say weird shit in front of me because I'd be
You
like,
say creepy shit?
I fought through 6 nicknames at this company to just end up with Omar. It took me a while.
no, well, you.
I had to convince everybody systematically that
That
it's
your name
easier to
wasn't-
just call me by my first name than to come up with a new nickname,
Like Turkleton?
like Turkleton.
Yeah, that was mean. That wasn't me, dude.
No,
No, that wasn't me. No, I've heard like you'll have your own rally going on in the production facility. Like,
sometimes I'll do a little show.
yeah, like you'll do a little the Omar podcast
Yeah, stuff I can't say on
stuff
the
you can't say here that you can
Yeah.
just not. Yeah, no, yeah, you say some outrageous shit. Do you care to elaborate on the outrageous shit you say?
Nope.
No.
There's a reason I do it over there.
That's interesting. You really have you're cognizant of not saying the wrong thing on the internet, but then what if
slip up.
somebody is like fucking recording you at the production table?
I'll kill him.
Okay.
I know where they work.
Right? And you know people with pig fields, right?
Doesn't have to get that complicated.
There's a lot of acetone over there.
Oh, could you use?
Like
Yeah,
a
we
Dahmer
probably
thing?
shouldn't say stuff like this, man. The
All
people
right.
get
Yeah, we
freaked out.
probably
Yeah.
shouldn't, yeah.
Well, we need 2 more 55-gallon drums.
There's a lot of 55-gallon drums and a lot of acetone and stuff like that. All right, so Sharkapalooza is a week away, but before we get into that, do you guys know there's pending drone attacks in California?
Pending drone attacks
Pending drone attacks
in California.
in California
From
So the-
who?
from Iran.
Really?
Yeah.
I hate this shit so much.
What do you hate?
Oh, just like every time I open Instagram, it's like, the sleeper cells are already here and they're going to wake up and start shooting people. And I'm like walking to Publix while hearing this. I'm like, anybody who looks at me is just thinking, is that guy a fucking sleeper cell? Ugh. I'm going to make a shirt. I'm going to wear a shirt that just says not Iranian.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
I
Or
don't
maybe a
know.
hat that just says not an Iranian sleeper cell.
If
something
I
like
saw that, I'd be like, that guy's probably.
Yeah, he's a sleeper cell.
Yeah. I get it. But I did, like, just to make sure it wasn't Instagram propaganda, I did a quick Google search, and sure as hell, there's it's like all over the news. It's all over the news that the FBI warned California that there's not pending, but there's warnings of Iranian drone attacks in California cities.
So how break it down for me logistically? Is this the sleeper cells building the drones here, or are they flying them from Iran?
It'd be a
That's-
mothership.
A mothership.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have a lot of those left.
I mean, they might.
You see their drone carrier?
No.
That thing was the funniest thing ever.
Was it really?
They basically took this old decommissioned ship and turned it into a drone aircraft carrier.
Okay.
So they just copied an aircraft carrier, but it's for launching drones. But they don't know what the fuck they're doing, so they just made it like an American aircraft carrier for shit you don't need for drones. So it's got like a flight deck. It's got like a landing pad.
What happened to that?
Oh, we sunk it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we know one hasn't gotten by?
Well,
Gotten through the Strait of Hormuz or wherever they come from.
I've been looking a lot into like what Iranian military technology looks like, and 99% of it comes down to they saw something and then they tried to replicate it just visually. Nothing about like the way it works.
Like a
Okay.
Chinese knockoff.
Like yeah, exactly. Like they made the aircraft carrier and they painted like, the landing pad on it. It's got a flight deck. It doesn't need any of that stuff.
that sounds pretty cool, though.
It's got a sled. Like it's got the ramp at the end that they
That sounds
use.
really cool.
Yeah, you don't need any of that shit to launch drones.
Oh, okay.
They're just copying it because that's what's on the American actual aircraft carrier.
You really saw pictures of this?
Yeah.
And it got sunk immediately?
Oh, immediately. It's like the first thing we took down.
How many ships of theirs have we sunk?
All of them, 32.
Damn.
They only had 32?
They had 32. We sunk all of them.
Yeah.
And there's no chance of there being a mothership out there
A
in the
submarine.
Pacific- in the Pacific?
Highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Unless
fuck.
you want me to play along like, yes, the Iranian mothership has made it across the Atlantic or the Pacific or something. Buy guns now.
I didn't really believe it. I thought, oh man, how fucking cool would that be?
Not very.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be cool. A lot of people would die, but I mean, all these people they can't buy shotguns and shit, or they can't buy a lot of guns, and fucking drones are coming in.
I just find it
Okay,
hilarious the amount of people that believe that like anything can get to the United States.
What do you mean? Anything can get to the United States?
Like any type of military action can be taken against the continental United States from a foreign country is fucking hilarious to me. 'Cause
Why?
It's just so untrue.
Why?
I really feel like people need to comprehend, like, if the entire world, every other country on the planet, one day decided that they're going to attack the United States would win. Like,
I saw a video about that.
hands down. It's
Did
not
you really?
close.
Yeah. The world versus United States.
Yeah,
and
we
they
win.
have us coming out. Yeah, as winners. A
Every
lot
time.
of people would die and things, but we come out on top, yeah.
Yeah, even like I used to always say this and I would preface it with saying like, in any non-nuclear conflict, like any conventional warfare, the United States would win. But now I'm starting to realize even in a nuclear warfare, we would absolutely win because of the amount of interceptors we have that nobody else does, that we don't even talk about. Like if everybody were to launch their nukes at us, most of them would get shot down. If we send all of our nukes out, all of them make it through. Like in any conflict you can imagine, there's a reason why you pay such high taxes, and not all of it is transgender surgeries for Afghanis or whatever.
Transgender shrimp and stuff. What was that?
That was the shrimp running on the treadmill.
It was a shrimp running on a treadmill. Is that what it was? It wasn't like a transgender shrimp study.
Like I really love just the delusion that people live in, where they're like, I'm seeing this everywhere now. I open TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and there's some libtard on there being like, they're not telling you the truth. The United States is actually losing. We've already, we've run out of interceptors, and the United States is losing this war, and 1,600 U.S. servicemen have died, and they're not telling you, and we're actually taking a beating.
People are saying that?
Yeah, but there's people. I mean, I'm sure it's all foreign influence. Like, all of social media is just foreign influence at this point.
Yes.
But it's just the fact that people even believe that shit is just hilarious to me. Because it's like, politics aside, regardless of what you think of whether we should be in this war or we should not, which we should not. But regardless of what you think is moral or whatever, just objectively, the U.S. is there's a reason we're the number one.
Is it because we spend so much money on defense?
It's because we spend so much money on defense, but it's also because we have the greatest minds working on that defense. Like, the F-22 Raptor is the fact that thing is outdated. The way I like to think about it is like generations of fighters. Like, the Russians said they have a generation of fighter that equals us. So we made a generation ahead of that to counter a threat, and turns out the Russian one wasn't real. So we made a generation of aircraft specifically to counter a previous generation that doesn't even exist. So we're like 2 generations ahead, and that's just what we're telling people. In reality, we've probably got 2 more generations that we're not telling anybody about, which is why the second China came out and said we've got a 5th-gen fighter, you were like, oh, here's the fucking F-47. It's a
F-47.
It's a 6th generation. In reality, we probably have a 7th done and an 8th cooking as well. Like, we're always just so far ahead. It's not even.
We haven't even brought in the aliens yet.
Yeah.
Well,
wait till we need their backup, right?
There's
what?
There's like, you look at a lot of the classified U.S. aircraft that exist, like the SR-72, the Dark Star, and it's like just a triangle that's just, literally just a UFO. No, virtually every, this is my belief, virtually every real UFO sighting is probably just some Lockheed Martin prototype.
The F-47 kind of looks like one. It has no back fins or anything like that to make it go faster. It looks like a UFO.
Like, anytime the U.S. unveils something, you got to realize that we've got probably the next thing and the thing after that already done, just not unveiled. And whenever you look at every other country, they are putting forward things that they don't even have that they're claiming to have.
Would you rather have 2 generations of fighters or a fast train?
What?
A fast train.
No, the
What
fighter
kind of
jet.
question is that?
Well, I mean, it's just a counterpoint to what you're talking about. Like, I agree. Like, I like our military a lot. I think it's cool what we can do. And I never thought there was really a drone attack. I just thought it might be kind of funny if it, if like one of their drones like hit. I thought that'd be kind of funny.
It hit the Hollywood sign.
It hit the Hollywood sign or whatever, because they're all a bunch of. I'm not a big fan of Hollywood. I'm not a big fan of California, but shout out to California. Like, we sell lots of guns there. But I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
You're
Maybe.
thinking like, China has hyper trains or supersonic trains or whatever they call them, and we don't.
There's an argument. The reason why we're behind on things like infrastructure, like trains and roads and modern airports and stuff like that, is because we spend all of our money on the military.
Mm-hmm.
And would you rather have high-end military or nice airports?
You want the actual answer to that?
Yeah.
It's not a zero-sum game. We can have both. It's just we pay like all of our money to welfare.
If we cut welfare out, we can have both.
Don't quote me on this.
Oh boy.
Don't quote me on this, because I don't remember.
It's a sermon.
I don't remember the exact number, but like a third of U.S. spending is just paying off the interest on our debt. Like, there's so much more stupid shit that we spend our money on than the military. People always put the military up front because it's the only one that's like okay.
Only
to
thing
cut.
we can blame on.
Yeah, it's the only thing that's okay to cut, because no politician is ever going to talk about cutting Social Security or cutting Medicaid or cutting the debt. Even though they talk about it, they're never going to do it. So the military is the only like tangible thing people can actually see us giving less money to.
Okay.
But in reality, the military is not the largest thing that we spend our money on. I think the single largest thing we spend our money on is interest on our debt, which I don't understand. Like, who the fuck do we owe money to?
Why don't we just take over the world?
I mean, it's kind of like, how about, we're making sure that you don't get invaded, debts forgiven? I understand it doesn't work that way. There's bonds and shit like that. It's a lot more complicated than I'm making it seem, but that's kind of where I'm getting at. Like, I want a military and I want infrastructure.
Do you think we should take over Mexico? Like, they would still govern themselves, but like we own them.
I don't know.
If it cured the fentanyl crisis, would you think we should do it?
I'm not going to answer that, but we could very easily. We could very easily.
All right.
You could call it New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I think that ultimately we should do whatever is best for our country. I don't think we should worry about people's feelings anymore. I think that the world has gotten to such a nasty place that feelings shouldn't matter. It should be about the survival of our country. The survival of our country and the survival of our children and our children's children.
Well, that's the weird part about it, is that we have insured and guaranteed so certainly that we will not be destroyed by an outside force. The biggest threat is internal.
Inside, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what the Muslim population will be in, I think, 2050?
No.
Like 36 million or something like that.
Okay.
It's quickly becoming a voting bloc.
Okay.
Do you know that?
Sure.
Oh, it's just, I thought it was, because I looked up all the statistics on Shia Muslims, which is the brand of Islam that the Iranians follow, and I tried to think. There's 900,000 of that sect in the country, and then I was thinking, like, what percentage of them, could be radicalized? Like, so it's half are male, so 500,000, basically. And then what percentage of 500,000 could be radicalized and do, gangster shit on U.S. soil? And then I went further, and it's talked about birth rates of so there's 3.5 million Muslims in America, and their birth rates are such that there'll be between 30 and 50 million by 2050. Something like that. And then that quickly becomes a voting bloc. It can get weird. But I'll probably be dead. You will have to live through it.
Yeah, but aren't most Muslims like pretty conservative?
Don't know.
I mean, in my experience.
Don't know. Do you know any?
Yeah, I know a lot.
You don't know a lot.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I grew up in Detroit. Like, I grew up around Muslim people. Like,
You're claiming Detroit again?
okay, I grew up in the Detroit metro area. A lot of people I knew growing up were Muslim.
Wasn't there like, I saw videos of like the Sharia law police on horses, like chasing people who were doing bad stuff, and the cops were just watching them?
That's not where
Isn't Dearborn right outside of Detroit?
Yeah, it is. I didn't see that growing up, but I knew like a lot of Muslim people, and most of them were pretty conservative. Like, they don't play with.
So it's just foreign interest propaganda.
Yeah, I mean,
making us hate Muslims.
I feel like
Domestic.
It's domestic.
Most Muslim, like especially the really religious ones, they don't play with like trans stuff. They don't play with gay stuff. They don't, they're really traditional, like trad, if you would, like
Trad.
The internal threat I'm referring to is none of these groups, by the way.
What internal threat are you talking about?
I cannot say on YouTube, apparently. They ban you.
Are you guys excited for Sharkapalooza, or are you dreading it because you have to work?
It's just a lot of work. A lot of work.
It's a lot of work, right?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm going to be in an air-conditioned room. I'm hoping it's air-conditioned.
Well, you got to work Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right, that's just going to be working the shop.
Yeah. Are you guys excited to see any different product? What do you guys think of the $2.99 Sonic Core can?
Was that the loud one you shot yesterday?
Yeah. I really love how you snuck in their name with all the innovative. Oh, God damn it! That word haunts me.
Innovative.
Innovative.
Innovative. You do better Bill Joel than I can, but I can say innovative.
Innovative.
A couple podcasts
My Bill
ago.
Joel sucks, but I can say innovative.
Couple weeks ago, you were talking about all the new innovative suppressor companies that are out, and I noticed you snuck Sonicor in there.
They are the first can to come to market besides tuna can where they're at the $2.99 mark.
You know that for a fact?
I mean, there might be some other company out there, but I haven't heard of it. Do you know of any?
A couple like small guys, yeah. Not like a huge business, but I mean, it's so easy to do now. Literally, one person can rent a CNC machine and start turning them out.
Well, you need a CNC machine, and you need plans, and you need TIG welder.
I have a buddy of mine in Utah who just got out of the army, and first thing he did was he went and I think he either leased or rented a CNC machine, and now he sells cans in Utah. And he sells them for about that price range. Cause
it's pretty expensive to lease a CNC machine, though.
Depends on how much use you can put in it.
So I can tell from experience, like CNC machines are a couple thousand, like around $3,000 a month. Shitty ones like $2,000. And I know because I bought a shitty one before and had to rent it. I had to finance it. So like your costs are good. But so your buddy making suppressors, more power to him, in the garage isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about companies bringing stuff to market in mass through distribution channels or direct channels. They seem to be the first people that have come with a decent can. I mean, it's a little loud, but...
Can I make a fiery statement real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, you can cut it out if you don't think this is good to say or whatever, but I'm honestly starting to... I feel like at this point, half of the... Maybe not half. There's a part of the industry that's going towards like getting suppressors to be as perfect as possible, because generally you're picking from 3 things. It's like sound, back pressure, and, whatever. You're trying to, min-max all the stats of the suppressors, and there's few companies that are pushing that envelope forward and innovating and making new stuff. And then there's a bunch of companies that are just racing to the bottom now that they're super cheap and easy to get and whatnot. And with a lot of the companies that are racing to the bottom, I feel like they're just making heavy bird cages. Like, especially the cheap flow-through ones that I see. I've seen a couple, like, affordable, cheap flow-through cans popping up, and I see the performance tests on them, and it's like, dude, just rock a bird cage. Just a flash hider. Like, you're just making something that's basically a flash hider, but it's a long tube that weighs down your gun.
I get it, but I think that I touched and played with and shot the Sonic Core, and it's $299 for that 30 cal or $299 for that 5.56. Yeah, that'll work. I'll sell that. I mean, it's completely modular. It doesn't weigh a lot. It's it seemed decent. And then the tuna can that fucking someone took or someone sold. I don't know where they sent me one, and then I shot it once, and you guys are. And what happened to it, Luke?
I have no idea.
It's a gigantic one.
Yeah, it's like this big.
How do you lose that?
I don't know.
The biggest can ever.
I think Nate just told Chris, "We're gonna destroy this." Okay, and he just fucking destroyed it because Nate's angry at stuff. But I think that tuna, I think, is either a little bit more or or about the same price. And I think that their cans for the money, yeah, there's that. And there's a race to the bottom, of course, but there's so many other things when it comes into adding stuff to the market in a scale where they can be bought. Like, there has to be marketing behind it. There has to be a company behind it. There has to be actual people. There has to be warranty in case something goes wrong. There has to be. It just has to. You can't just fucking make a circular tube with fucking 1/2x28 and try to sell it like a bird cage.
A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of companies that can try. That's not going to work. And the key is you have to sell them to people like me. And I'm not going to buy your fucking bird cage. Some person sent us something today, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Did you guys see it?
No.
Yeah.
I saw it, yeah.
Was it a can?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
It's a little rough. Somebody sent us something. It was a little rough today. And I remember the person telling me how fucking good it was. And you just let me send this to you. It's going to be so good. And it's like, dude, what is this? But I get what you're saying completely. The race to the bottom that so many companies are doing. I get you saying that there's a ton of companies, people popping up. But I'm talking about like distribution channels, direct dealer accounts, a company really, like a company, whether it's a startup company and trying to go forward and not, but still the suppressor companies have to either get into distribution channels and they sell their stuff, or they have to create dealer networks. And if they don't do that, then they're out. Like no one's going to buy their shit.
One strategy I'm seeing a lot, which I dislike, but I'm seeing it happen a lot, is companies will come out with something that is just the laziest product ever. It'll be like, the standard silencer, just an aluminum tube with, cones in it or whatever. And their business strategy is they'll go to gun stores and they'll be like, yo, I'll sell this to you for $50 and map price on it is $350. You're making $300 if you sell this thing, and that's better margins than most other things you could sell. So now the gun store is incentivized to push this product, and the salesman there, if they make commission, they might be incentivized to tell people that this is the greatest thing ever and it's just as good as the $1,000 stuff, and it's only $350 when in reality it's only a $50 can. And then what I'll see them doing is they'll send their cans for review only to these small YouTubers who will take a couple grand to say nothing but good things about it. And because those are the only videos that exist, a customer will walk into a shop, there's this no-name can that you've never heard of that's really cheap. The salesman is telling you, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. Yeah, it's just as good as the $1,000 ones. And you're like, oh, let me see. Let me get a second opinion. You go onto YouTube, you find this one small channel with like 300
like Amazon reviews.
Yeah, and then the YouTube channel is like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. It's just as good as the $1,000 ones. And you buy it, and then you take it home, and then you realize it's
poo-poo.
It's poo-poo.
You wipe the poo-poo on your face.
So beware of that.
Of wiping poo-poo on your face?
Yeah, if you're... It doesn't happen here, I think, mostly because we're pretty particular with what we carry. We don't just carry anything and everything. But I see it in other stores a lot where, people will just sell whatever earns them the most margin instead of what's actually good.
Usually, so that I know that strategy that you talk about, and the problem with it is usually when people say, like if company says, hey, I got the suppressor, I'll sell it to you for $100. And you're like, oh, fuck, it's $350. You sell it for $350, right? And you're like, oh. Usually there's Tom, Dick, and Harry on the internet selling it for $125. So you never get the ability to sell it for full retail.
That's what MAP is for.
Nobody gives a fuck about MAP.
Yeah.
They do.
No, they don't.
If you advertise under MAP, they just won't sell it to you anymore, right?
No one
so many
gives
strikes.
nobody gives a shit except 6 Hour and FN. Like in the game, right? Nobody gives a shit. I mean, everybody cares about MAP and they bitch and stuff about that, but nobody really like comes down on you. And if they do come down and you say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and you take it off the website and then you put it back up the next day, nobody gives a shit. And then plus two, and then you get the rogue dealers that just don't give a shit. They're like, "Fuck you, I'll do whatever I want." You get some people who are like I meet these dealers at different shows, and like I met a guy who was banned by Glock. He was and he was talking about how he talks to Glock. I saw him at the Cam4 show up in Savannah, and he was explaining how, and he watches the podcast. He was like, I'll just buy him from somebody else, right? You'll never stop me from selling Glock. I've got 10 friends who all have shops in 20 miles. And what are you gonna do to me? What? Like some people are that fucking aggro about it, and they don't give a fuck about, because really telling a entrepreneur or a self-made person what to do with their money, we get kind of mad. I don't get that mad about stuff like that anymore. But after I got my shellacking from Polly from SIG, do you remember that? We got banned from SIG for 60 days. It was so bad. But so do you see what I'm saying? Like that strategy, although they tell people to do that, it doesn't work.
The one area I feel like it's very useful, though, is I feel like a lot of customers, and I don't think you see the part of this, they use these sorting websites like, Gun.Deals or AmmoSeek.
Oh, yeah. They suck.
They'll type in the name of a product, and it will just instantly sort every website that's selling it, sorted from the lowest price to the highest, and those websites will not let you advertise for under MAP, because then they might get in trouble for it. So
Yeah, but then it says add to cart for special price.
correct, yes. But usually how it goes down is that if a customer's in the store and they're ready to buy something, to see if they're getting a good deal, they'll pull up gun.deals and they'll type it in, and then they'll just see, map, add to cart or whatever. And then that's one way that people will end up buying something that, is using that methodology I talked about, where it's just a really cheap, shitty product that just gives the dealer really high margins, so they push it.
I don't really know people like. I think like your thing, like the high margin thing, that was a thing 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Like that's not a thing anymore. Meaning, and I don't mean to be disrespectful or sound disrespectful or condescending. I'm just saying like at least in our market, that doesn't work anymore. Like you can't like if something like has margin, like people don't buy. They don't buy full retail ever. Like they barely buy MAP. Like people barely want to buy MAP inside the store. They never buy full retail unless it's what's it called? Unless it's like a really, really hard to find item. Like they don't never. And if they do, what happens usually is your name will get spread amongst the internet, or they'll put a bad review about you. Like you can't do it. Like the customer reviews are so real time that you can't be that way. And so the thing of saying, oh, high margin shit product doesn't work. At least not here.
Yeah,
I
agree,
don't think it
Will.
works here. I'm saying like outside of here, it's what I'm saying, but I don't think
I don't think it would work in the United States. I have to agree with Will, because like when we look up like prices all day to get them to you, we always find like, I don't know, say a new knife comes in, it's mapped, the knife just came out, and we got our first few, and then Nate will be looking around the internet and find it under map all over the place, and then let Will know, and we decide on a price from there. You just see it so much, people selling under map every day in this industry.
I like how my gun shop is. I'm really stoked that you're coming to help because you know stuff. Like, and I'm so excited about it. It sucks because a lot of times, like with the newer guys, like they're talking suppressors, and I've got to fucking run to sitting there talking about suppressors, and I've got to fucking run quickly and head off the pass of any bad thing happening. Like they're picking out 9Ks and stuff, or 9mm cans or 5.56 cans and shit like that. And they're like, the guys have all picked the fire team as like the go-to, but we don't have enough fire teams. So that's good. But then like if we don't have one, people are like, oh fuck. And so it's good that you're coming. So we have another person who's experienced with shooting things. I don't understand.
What?
Oh, I don't understand how people aren't just fucking wanting to go shoot all the time. It's still, I've been doing this for 16 years now, and I think it's the funnest thing ever.
I was shocked when I came to work here how many people just don't shoot.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going to come in and meet a whole bunch of people to go to the range with, and then like hardly anyone shot. And I was
Like
no.
Chris, our book guy. He shoots maybe once every 3 years.
Yeah.
He's only shot once since I worked here. I've worked here for 5 years.
Yeah, and he's got like so many cool guns.
Yeah.
He brings one in every day. Hey, look at this.
I when I first started working here, I was very judgmental about it. I've eased off a lot because I've started to realize it's not like it's a more common thing than I thought, especially like when I first went to SHOT Show. And I'm thinking like maybe it's just a Shark Coast thing. And I start talking to people at other companies, and I'm asking them like, oh, this product, how is it? And they're like, oh, it's great. I've got almost 100 rounds through it. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Oh, almost 100 rounds.
What are you doing?
What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
But yeah, in reality, I feel like most people in this industry aren't, they're not shooters. And again, I used to be super judgmental about it, and I'm starting to realize a lot of the customers are the same way as well. A lot of people just want to buy a gun to have the gun. Some people just want to shoot it once, make sure it works, and then keep it in the closet for a bad time. And I can't be judging. Not everybody wants to dedicate their life to it or whatever.
I don't think a lot of people have places to shoot like we do.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a great
like
point.
I think that people don't have the luxury of like shooting at Kevin's house. They don't have the luxury of shooting at the doc's house.
Of course.
And I think if people did, they would shoot a lot more. But I mean, if it was me though, like I'd be everybody I asked, like I would anywhere. Hey, you got land?
Yeah.
Let's go build a range.
Well, you can also. I feel like the best way to do it is renting bays at public ranges with a group of people, because then you can.
Or at Guncraft.
Guncraft is great.
You can rent a bay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Guncraft is very popular for how small it is, so you have to plan out, weeks in advance. They're usually very low on availability.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Every time I go there, I see people just roll up and start shooting.
Well, yeah, they have the standard line, but I'm talking about like renting a private bay where you can draw from a holster and actually like.
Oh, those
practice
bays
drills
are
and
like
whatnot.
booked out?
Those
On the weekends, yeah.
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 Let's say
Yeah,
weekends.
because each time I've been there, like those 2 private bays that they've got on the
Mm-hmm.
side, we're sticking Staccato and Exigent and Sons of Liberty in those 2 bays. And I just saw guys like fucking roll up, and one guy had a wheelbarrow. Not a wheel, but he had like a little
The
rolly
little
truck.
cart. Yeah.
And he had all kinds of shit in it. I was like, oh man, that's cool.
Mhm.
I want
But-
to do that.
Yeah, if you guys want to be able to draw from holster and run drills, my recommendation, this is what I did when Kevin's wasn't available, is get just a small group of guys together. 3 or 4 makes the price extremely, extremely reasonable. Go to an outdoor range near you and rent a bay together for half the day or whatever. It actually ends up being very, very affordable, and then you can run your drills and train together. And I think that's the best way to do it if you don't have land to shoot at.
So you've never shot the Kuna.
I've shot the Kuna.
But do we do a video on the Kuna?
I don't think so, but I've shot one.
Have you guys seen the Kuna?
Yeah. Seen it, never shot
What
it.
the fuck is with the Kuna?
It's a sensation, dude.
Is it a sensation?
I mean,
Like, Omar, do you know about the Kuna sensation?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking white people crack.
Springfield's got a pretty good cult following that likes everything they put out.
Why?
I think people
They
just...
sent us 30 for the thing. Like, we have 30 Kunas in the back.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
They go quick.
Yeah, I did not expect it to catch on like it has. Like, I think every time we usually get like 5 in at a time, and they're gone within
In a week.
2 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
a week.
5
Easy.
days, yeah.
And they're gone.
Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
yeah. I did not expect that.
Like, why not just buy a Strybog?
I don't know.
That's what I was thinking when I seen the gun. It looks like a knockoff Strybog. But
It's
everybody
totally a
wants it.
knockoff Strybog.
Yeah, everyone wants it.
He told us before he left Strybog that they purposely, I mean, this is just hearsay, but they purposely like took it and copied it.
Well,
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it.
One's what? Is it Slovakia or Slovenia? I keep forgetting.
Slovakia.
The Strybogs are Slovakian, and then
Croatia.
Croatian are the Springfield. So
Croatia's a little more advanced.
in the general area.
It's all in the general area. But what did you think of the Kuna? Just a 9mm PCC that you're kind of racist against?
I am not the
You're
correct
not the
person to
PCC,
ask about
yeah.
PCCs.
When are you going to get over that?
I don't know.
All right, so here, just think of it this way.
Mhm.
You have sat back and recognized that you were maybe a little harsh on people for not shooting at one time. Don't you think maybe you'll sit back and recognize that you're a little too harsh on people for liking PCCs?
No, absolutely. But
Then
that
why
doesn't change
come
my
off
perspective on it.
come off your racist mountain that you
I
sit
don't know.
on?
Why don't you like PCCs?
Oh, because it doesn't have tactical application.
It's not necessarily, yeah, but I mean, in that ballpark,
Really?
Yeah, because why would you shoot one when you can shoot an AR?
that's kind of where I'm at.
And you should be training for war, and that doesn't.
No, I don't think you should be training for war. I mean, I understand if you want to
Oh,
buy
you
one.
don't.
I mean, what does war entail?
Semantics. You don't think you should be training for actual gunfighting.
Well, yes, but I think the biggest revelation that I've gotten.
And a PCC has no place in gunfighting.
Yeah, okay. Let me clear it up. First of all, the biggest revelation that I've gotten is everybody has a go-to AR and a go-to handgun, and that's their fighting kit. Not every single firearm you buy has to be a fighting gun. And I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of people make is a new gun will come out that'll just be cool, and people are like, why would you use this when you've got an AR? And I used to be that kind of person. And it's like, if you've got a good fighting rifle and you've got a good fighting handgun, you don't need a second, third, fourth, fifth one. So people just like guns. People just want to buy guns to shoot them. And for that purpose, I think PCCs are phenomenal. They're super fun to shoot. They're cheap to shoot. For that purpose, I have nothing against PCCs.
You don't own one.
Yet.
Oh.
I'll get an MP5 SD eventually.
Oh, because it's in the game.
Because it's cool. Not because I want... That's my problem is when people start wanting to use PCCs for tactical applications, for actual, real use. Like when you've got... The thing that upsets me is like, I've got my 11.5 5.56 fighting rifle, but I bought this, Strybog or Kuna and kitted it out so it'll be my home defense gun. And it's like, dude, just use your 11.5. You've got an 11.5. Just use that.
Would it be less passing through people? The rounds will stop. You're accountable for everyone.
And what about chicks? Sorry.
Yeah,
what about
girls.
women?
Yeah, easier recoil
women,
on PCC.
kids. Well,
I'm
no, I
saying
mean women.
if you've already got an AR. Like,
Well,
if you've
women-
got an AR that you train with, the way that I'm seeing it is people have limited training time and limited ammo for training.
Mm-hmm.
If you are dividing up your training into training with a completely different platform for a very specific use case, I feel like that takes away from your training you could be getting with your primary rifle, which is what you should be doing. That's my position. And again, if you disagree, absolutely, you're probably more right than I am. This is just my opinion and where I stand. I'm not saying this judgmentally, but I think you should have a go-to rifle that's your actual, fighting rifle, a go-to handgun that's your fighting handgun, and train with those. Don't waste the time and ammo with training with a completely different caliber for a super hyper niche circumstance that might happen. I think you should have a serious gun, a serious rifle, a serious pistol, and the rest just get them for what they are. It's a really fun gun to shoot. It's a great gun to go out and have fun with, but I don't think everything should be a tactical weapon.
I mean, I think a PCC is a good home defense weapon. I mean, you're not going to get the over penetration, especially if you live in an apartment or something. And I think they're fun to shoot. I mean, I have a couple, and I think they're fun.
You have a Tech 9.
I have a Tech 9, the OG PCC. Not really, but yeah, I think they're cool. I like them. I think they're fun to shoot.
Dean, do you still have your 9mm?
Oh yeah, that's my home defense. Because if I'm not there,
and
it's
Omar
easy
just
for
shit
Sarah-
on you.
Yeah, he did. But
He just shit
makes
on you.
It's really accurate. It's easy to shoot. My girl can pick it up if I'm not there, and I know the recoil's not going to bother her. She can just pick it up. She knows how to use it and just run it. And if I'm not there to save the day, I feel confident.
Does she know where it is?
Yeah.
What do you think about truck guns? So to me, like a truck gun is a gun that you stick in your truck, a gun you specifically make or buy. Like, so it's a beater AR basically, or a beater gun that you have.
I never got anything like that. Because if I'm in the car, just the weapon that's just on me, I would just use it. I keep extra magazines in the car in case I would need it or something like that. But actually, like truck gun, yeah, I don't have one.
What about a long road trip? Say you're driving across the state. You're not going out of state, but you're going to
The
far
gun
away.
I have on me.
Just a handgun.
Yeah. Handgun, extra magazines. I trust in my
I think
handgun.
you should have a carbine
Yeah.
a 5.56 carbine in your trunk.
I think
I'm always worried about someone breaking into the car.
That's why it's not that nice of a gun.
I always think of the ATF nonsense that happens out there. If I
Would
get a
you
gun
rather
stolen.
have nonsense with the ATF, or would you rather have a rifle with fucking jihadis pop up?
I mean, I would always take a rifle in a fight.
Well, it's not that, realistically, there's going to be instances like we saw this weekend and the weekend before of homegrown terrorists. It's not going to go away. The war in Iran most likely is not, unless they start some fucking amazing peace deal. Like, the problem with Islamic fundamentalism is not going to go away, and there's people who are willing to die, and if you don't believe me, look what happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't everybody have a truck gun?
Should have something.
Have something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Every time I drive out to Manatee, I have this fantasy that I'm going to be driving through the fields and I'm going to see like Russians parachuting or Chinese parachuting. I'm going to have my car full of guns. I'm like, I'm ready for
Yeah, I got my bolt gun with
Yeah.
me. I'm
You
really
fucking,
good.
you fucking nerd.
I'm always like, oh, it's going to happen.
You're such a
this
nerd.
time.
What were you going to say, Omar?
Parachuted.
I was going to say, I think leaving a gun in your car full time is a bad idea. I think it's almost certainly going to get stolen at one point. Every person that I've personally talked to that has kept a gun in their car as like a car gun has had it stolen.
Well, you don't
at one
have to
point.
leave it in there all the time.
In that case, it just turns into a bag gun, in my opinion. It's just a bag gun that you take with you to your car and then take home when you get there or
Yeah,
whatever.
but the
And
problem
for a bag gun, I think a short little 300 blackout is just better in every way than a PCC.
bag guns are not good enough. Like I want 10.5, 11.5.
Why?
Because I'm better with it.
Because you're better with it.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Oh, because blackout sometimes jams.
Not if
And
you build a good one out.
I have good ones, and I've ran them hard, and they jam sometimes. I have very expensive ones, and they've jammed, and they're not. I just feel better using 5.56. I also feel better if I need to grab a magazine, somebody might have one.
Okay, in that case, wouldn't it just be your go-to rifle? If
My-
you're gonna,
But my go-to rifle is very expensive. I'd like to have it. I'd like to have it on me at all times, but it's here. And if there's a hurricane, I'll grab it. But something that like a truck gun. I think that everybody should have some. I think all Americans should have like a fucking beater rifle in their car. You know that. And if you're worried about it getting stolen, fucking throw a lock on it. You know, build some type of locking mechanism that you can't get it. If it gets stolen, they're gonna have a hard time fucking getting it to work and notify the police. And I think that the possibility of stuff like New York at the Gracie Mansion happening, I think that we're gonna see that more and more and more.
throw an air tag in the pistol grip.
Throw an air tag in the pistol grip.
It's not a bad idea.
I mean, don't you think kit?
Well, again, I don't want to sound like I'm, preaching, because again, I'm just a kid on the internet, and nobody should take anything I say seriously. I want to preface it. This is just my opinions. I think you should have a rifle that you sink the most amount of money into to make sure everything on that rifle is good. That is your fighting rifle, and everything else should just be what it is, which is just a gun you bought because you wanted that gun. And I think, again, and I'm speaking from people kind of like in my price range. I'm not talking to people who have, the money to be able to build out multiple really good guns. But what I see in real life is people will skimp out on what they're going to put on their primary rifle because they have to also buy things to put on their secondary and their tertiary rifle. And I think that's the wrong way to do it.
What's that word? Tertiary?
Yeah.
That means third?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's
Primary,
neat.
secondary, tertiary.
Tertiary. I like that.
So I personally am in the position, and this might change, and again, I don't know anything more than anybody else, but I think you should have an 11.5 5.56 rifle that has a good quality optic on it. That's the most important thing. A flashlight and a sling, and maybe a can, maybe an IR device if you have knots, whatever. That should be your fighting rifle. That should be what you train with. That should be what you invest your training time and ammo into, and that should be the thing you bring with you if you feel like you actually need to use a weapon.
But what if you guys are sitting outside, right? And somebody starts some shit at the plant, the factory across the street, which is still open, and the doors are closed here and I'm gone.
Okay.
Are you going to run over and help?
Of course.
With your Glock 19?
Sure. I'm pretty good with that thing.
Obviously. Wouldn't you want to have an AR?
Yeah, and then it would be my go-to AR.
Is your AR in your trunk?
No.
Exactly.
But if I were to pick a gun out specifically to keep in my trunk, it would just be my primary AR, and I would take it, back into my house when I'm done with it. I wouldn't leave it in my car.
Okay.
But if you are going to build,
is it just me? Do you think it's a good idea, Luke? No, you don't.
No, I mean,
It's just me, isn't it? I'm
no,
the fucking whack job who wants to put.
I don't think you're whack.
common
I'm
thing.
just worried about my gun being stolen.
Yeah.
I'm
That's the
like-
thing that scares me.
I'm the
about
whack job. Like, I bet it was me running for governor of Florida. There needs to be an AR in everybody's house and everybody's car.
that's fine, and I think that's
Every daughter needs to have a 9mm PCC.
it. You
I
got
agree.
my vote.
I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong with what you're saying, and I think you have the popular position here. I think most people listening and most people in the community would agree with you that you should have, a rifle for every setting. This is just where my mindset's at right now, because I see too often somebody will have some weird eBay riser or something on their primary AR because they have to save the money to also put another.
Are you making
eBay.
fun of Wyatt and his eBay risers?
No, Wyatt trains.
Yeah, but he's got eBay risers.
Yeah, and they work. He trains to make sure.
So you're making fun of eBay risers and you see them work on? Racist.
Because he's also bought like 6 of them and kept the one that actually works and thrown away the ones that don't.
I want one. I saw that the other day. I'm like, that's an eBay riser. I want one.
Either way, you get what I'm trying to get at. I think people cheap out on their fighting rifle so they can have multiple fighting rifles. I think you should just have one good fighting rifle and then Have the rest of them just be fun guns.
You know what I think that you spent too much time at Kevin's. And this is why. Kevin is a great friend of ours and a great customer. He's got a bunch of shit. And he's got a bunch of shit with cheap shit on it. Like he's got name a good gun, he's got it. And then instead of there like being like a really good optic or really there's like some fucking stupid laser something on it and it ruins the whole experience for us. Because we see it, we're like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? And he just doesn't care. And for 5 years, 6 years, however long I've known Kevin and go and shoot with, he just doesn't give a fuck. He's a good shot. Shoots stuff, has a great time, is into the Second Amendment, cool person. I think that you spent so much time over there that you seeing Kevin with all these different rifles and him not staying with one besides his handguns, that it's skewed your view to this way.
It's not just Kevin. I talk to a lot of people about guns, and a lot of people show me their guns. And the most common way people send me pictures of their guns is they'll send me 3 half-complete rifles and be like, these are my go-tos. It's like, dude,
It's not complete.
Just get one, finish it out with good stuff, have that be your fighting rifle, and then the other 2, you can put whatever you want on. Just have fun with it.
So couldn't you just, all right. Couldn't you just take a Andro 10.5? Andro 10.5 5.56, you probably could find a extra B5 stock laying around here, an extra decent grip laying around here. You probably have one. You throw a decent flashlight from, who's the other cheap company that works kind of well? Streamlight. You put a decent Streamlight on there, and you put a Holosun ARO on there with a mount from Amazon that works.
Or just the one it comes with is fine.
Or the one it comes with is fine. Right? So you're in for, what, less than 6?
How much is an Andro AR?
Well, I mean, if you were buying, so you're not, it's not less than 6, but.
Under $1,000.
Under $1,000, you could have probably under 9.
Yeah,
Like
something
a Calta combo, basically, is what
Yeah.
No, I mean, that's a Calta, and that's a Calta
Yeah,
combo,
yeah.
right? And so, I'm not even saying, let's throw the bag away. Or, like a Calta combo is $7.99.
Yeah.
Like it's got a decent red dot, a decent light, and put a lock or put some type of locking mechanism that, Kevin invents for your back to keep it secure, and there you go.
And if that's all you have the budget for, please do that. That's a great idea. What I'm complaining about is when, again, complaining is the bad word for it, because I can't complain about what you spend your money on. Do whatever you want. I'm just a kid on the internet. The thing that I'm trying to make a point on is that I will see people who spend overall, let's say, $8,000 on 8 different ARs to have them all be somewhat there. Like they'll buy 8 Calta combos because, I need this one so that it can go in my trunk, and I need this one so it can sit in my shower, and I need this one. And it's like, great, that's awesome. That's very American. I think before you do that, before you buy your 6th, 7th, and 8th AR, just buy one, good one. Put that money into something that you know is going to work 100% of the time. Get a BCM, put a Neotech on it, get a Surefire light for it.
Too much.
That's good. That costs less than your second AR. One of those costs less than 2 Calta combos you could be buying. And then train with that. If you need to bring a rifle with you, let's say you're going on that road trip you were talking about, bring that rifle with you. Don't have a secondary one that's 2 inches shorter that you spent another $1,200 on. Have that be your rifle that you would actually use.
But it's fun to buy stuff.
And then buy the fun stuff afterwards.
No, it's
and
fun
then
to buy
put
extra stuff.
Amazon and eBay stuff on it, because it doesn't matter, because that's not your fighting stuff.
Isn't it fun to buy stuff, guys? Fuck. Am I the only one who thinks it's fun?
No, it's fun.
Fuck you. I had this great idea. I'm going to buy a rifle for every car that I own, stick one in the back of it.
If that's the case, I think you should get a 300 blackout. You should get a little shorty 300 blackout.
No.
With a can or without a can?
Like, you haven't done those matches where fucking that blackout stops working and it ruins your day.
Is your point that 300 blackout is an inherently unreliable round?
No, I'm not going to say that.
I think it's just your experience with the stuff that you've tried out. I think for a good budget, you can build out a 300 blackout that's just as reliable as any other AR.
Okay.
I think it also depends a lot on the ammo you get.
That's Omar's little dig.
Yeah, it was.
It's true.
Oh, you think it's the ammo?
100% it's the ammo, Will.
Really?
100% it's the ammo.
It's not the ammo.
It's 100%.
No, it's not. Do you guys notice the MFMD video gone viral on Instagram? That's the only. So the video that we made or they made with the MFMD from Strategic Sciences is our first ever real viral video on Instagram. Like the first, like, so viral really means million views. I've never got a million viewed video on Instagram. Plenty on Facebook and shit. Like plenty.
Oh, it's up over a million views?
I think it's at like 964 right now.
Holy shit,
Damn.
nice.
It's really good for Instagram.
Yeah, it's really
for
good.
Instagram.
Especially for a gun video. Like,
Yeah.
they get,
Well, obviously, it looks like it's not going to get that much hits and shit if people aren't interested in that suppressor. Would you agree or not?
I think I don't know how many people are going to buy it. I think it's very interesting. That's why I started the
I
video.
sold the first one today.
Nice. I was very deliberate with what I said at the start of the video, which is this is the most interesting thing I've done a video on because, and this is something I'll just dig on real quick because it's funny. I feel like people nonstop complain that the industry has gone stagnant and everything is just another AR-15 or another Glock clone, whatnot. And the first time someone makes something unique and different,
Looks stupid.
looks dumb.
Looks dumb.
Yeah,
Why would I spend that money on that innovative product?
I wouldn't make that impression, but it's kind of the point. Yeah, you capture the vibe pretty well. It's something new, and something new is always going to get the interest in an industry that's just swamped with just another
Dumb
tube
shit.
or just another AR or just another Glock clone. In that case, I think, clickability on it is beyond the roof because nobody's ever seen anything like it. As far as how many people are actually going to spend the money to buy that thing, I don't know because it is a very big ask, especially where we're at.
Is it though?
$2,500 for a can, yeah.
It's 2,500, like completely rigged out. Like the smaller one doesn't cost 25, correct?
Smaller one's $1,800, I believe, which is
Yeah.
still a lot for a suppressor. So
But
again,
compared to the Black Magic, that's 26.
that's also another can that I don't think most people are going to be buying, and I wouldn't recommend most people to buy. I think the MFMD and the Black Magic and cans in that caliber of price range are for a very specific type of person who's looking for a very specific thing, and it's not something I recommend to everyone. It's not something I think everyone's going to buy, but for the people who are looking for what it offers, it's amazing.
I want to build a rifle for it.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna build a rifle for it, and because you've got so the suppressor we're talking about is interesting. Like you have to, it doesn't work with like the small rifles of today. Like the small rifles of today have a rail that's out, and then your flash hider, and you put a can on it, and you're good to go. The MFMD kind of sits back a bit, so the rails that are on most 10.5s, 11.5s, you got to chop them or some shit. So I've got to make something, change the rail or something, but I definitely want one because if you're 100% with certainty, it has recoil reducing properties.
Yeah, I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's just the weight, it's not that heavy. I saw a lot of people coming on that video like, oh, you're telling me if I add 10 pounds to the end of my rifle,
It's not fucking 10 pounds.
No, it's only about a pound. Like it's
Here, Dean, would you go grab it? It's right there.
Yeah.
it's very reasonable for what it is. I don't know how exactly it does reduce the recoil.
Fucking magic.
But I'll just, when I'm shooting it, there is no vertical movement in the gun, which there is in other guns.
So, like, to me, I fucking want that.
Yeah. And you have the capabilities and the budget to be able to do that. But,
It's not that I have the budget to do that. It's that I'll just do it. I'll put it on the fucking credit card.
What I'm trying to get at is if it's between buying, a $400 AR and putting this thing on it or buying a $1,200 AR and putting an $800 can on it, I would recommend for most people the second one.
You should go see a fishing shop.
What do you mean?
Oh, so fishing is another hobby that I'm into sometimes. So this is it here, Eric. Right there. It's not that heavy. So fishing tackle shops all across the country, all across the world, a lot of them can get really, really high end. Like when you like say if a guy is gearing out their boat for a deep sea fishing trip, like they can ring their bills can be fucking $80,000, like just different thing. And when it comes to fishing, people will do whatever they can to have an advantage, whatever they can, like fucking the best reel, the best line, the best lures, anything, the best bait, best boat, best of everything, just to have an advantage, and it's fishing.
Mhm.
I don't think guns are that far off.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think if-
100%. that's my biggest flaw is that I exist in a very particular like sub niche where the main thing that I'm concerned about and the main thing I spend my time researching and getting knowledge on is looking at it from the lens of you're an average guy. You want to own these guns for what they're intended for, which is something way more serious than shooting matches. And you have a set budget and a set amount of time to be able to get what you can out of it. Here's what I think you should get to get the most bang for your buck. That's always how I look at it. I'll never be able to empathize and relate with a person who's got fuck you money, for lack of a better term, which is, a lot of the people...
You're going to have to learn.
I'm going to have to learn, yeah.
Because a lot of people come in here have fuck you money.
Yeah. If you want the best possible thing and you don't care about how much it costs, that's one of the things that I would recommend for it. But for someone like me who, just works a 9 to 5 or whatever, your money will go further with just more training is usually what it all comes down to.
What do you think about a regular design group?
Regular defense? I love them.
Is it a regular defense or a regular design?
I think the suppressor is made by the offshoot Irregular Design Group. Irregular Defense is the main company.
The main what do you like? The Hesha, right?
Hesychia, Hesia. I don't know how you pronounce it. People just call it the Hesi. That's what I call
the
it.
Hesi.
The Hesi. Hesi 6K.
I sold my first one yesterday.
I love that can.
You do?
It's beautiful. The mounting on it is really cool.
Now, we chose to get the ones without the mounting.
You got the hub ones?
I have the hub ones for $850.
Get at least a couple of the ones with their
they're coming.
Proprietary ones, because I think it is a very cool mount system.
They're far, and they take a while, and you got to pay for them up front and get them, and they're cool, and I'm glad to have them. But so it's not like I can order 30 from all kinds of different kinds, and then because I've got to pay everything up front, so I can't buy like as many as I'd like to buy. But I had a guy, and it's interesting. Like I had a guy, and I said, "Okay, what kind of stuff do you run?" And he's like, "Well, I got a Knights and Geisley, and I have this on it and that." I'm like, "This is the can you want." Why? Because you're going to go shooting, and someone's going to see you have that, and they're like, "Oh, you've got that. This is what you want, bud." Because he wanted exactly everything it does. Not that big on sound, but decent. Zero or very little flash. True fighting can, if you will, built for a fighting can. Good material, gas mitigation, and good warranty behind it.
Yeah, and it's a great company. The dude behind it Slade is an amazing human being. He's a great guy.
I've only talked to him on the phone.
It's great.
So I don't really know the man.
He's super cool. He's like one of the greatest guys in the
I tried to tell jokes, and he didn't really take it too well.
He's a huge man of faith, and he's like...
Do you know what it means?
What?
Hesi.
I think it means quiet.
It does. It means quiet in Greek.
Evan, Exogen Evan, is very close friends with him. And
he called me last night.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells me about Slade all the time, and I was just like, the nicest guy ever. You could go up to him and stab him, and he'll just, pray for you.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah. You could stab him, and he'll just pray for you.
Evan was real... I'm going through a bit of a hard time, and with my family, and Evan called me, and we talked for about an hour, not about any suppressors. We just talked about stuff, about growing up in broken homes and shit like that. It was cool.
Mm-hmm. There's some good guys in this company.
I thought I was going to throw out a dick joke, and it just never came. There was no dick joke for like an hour with Evan, and I was like, "Whoa, dude, that's." Usually he talks about But so this gun here is interesting. This is a gun that we made or that Sons of Liberty made to go with this can. Like you can't get these cans right now. Like I guess they're not ready to ship out. So we're some of the first people who've ever had them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. They went for a more precision gun, which I understand, with a no signature and all that. Makes sense. It's their Arca Rail handguard. It's a little heavier of a profile, longer barrel, just meant for precision shooting. We've kind of got it. We put the Yotech on it because it matched with the colors, which I think is a little misleading. I think that gun will do really well with an LPVO or an MPVO.
What's an MPVO?
Medium power. So
LPVO
is low
1
power.
to 12? Didn't you talk about the 1 to 12 that's coming out from
1.5
Primary
to
Arms?
12, yeah. I think this definition is probably wrong, but I consider anything that doesn't go down to a 1 as an MPVO. Like LPVO, to me, it goes down to a 1X, and I think 1X LPVOs work, but a red dot is just better. I think the best setup for that is something that, because anytime you add, and you can back me up on this, Dean, or tell me I'm wrong, pretty much anytime you're talking about a variable scope, if you add any amount of magnification to it, it just hurts every other magnification stage.
No. It's just at the top of the scopes it hurts it. But that's all scopes. So it doesn't matter how high it goes or low.
I guess it's mainly for price range then, because my understanding of it is like being able to go down to a true 1X at your price range means that you have to sacrifice somewhere. So usually that sacrifice comes in the clarity of further magnification levels. So I think if you don't have to worry about getting a true 1X, which is difficult to do, and it starts off at a 1.5 or a 2 times or whatever it might be, and goes up to a higher magnification level, and you just put a red dot on top of it, I think that's the best thing to do. Because 1X LPVOs, again, they work, but you still have to work around an eye box, which you don't have to do with a red dot. So I think...
Yeah, but you don't have one.
I don't like eye boxes. So I never bit the... I guess I never drank the LPVO Kool-Aid, because the first time I shot one on a 1X, I was just like, I'd just rather have a red dot. So I went with a fixed power with a red dot on top. I went with my ACOG with the RMR on top of it. But...
ACOG.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's no denying that a variable scope has way more advantages that I can't take apart in. That's why I'm thinking for my next, like, more precision-oriented build, I'm going to go with either the new Primary Arms 1.5 to 12 with a red dot on top, or something even more medium, probably like a 2 to 10 or something.
So, Dean and Omar, if I build a range, will you come shoot there?
Yeah. I thought we were building one.
Like, will you come shoot there, Luke?
Yeah, of course.
But Luke, you don't really shoot it anymore.
I do shoot. I just haven't gone lately.
Well, wait, you only do long range.
500 yards?
I'll have that.
Fuck yeah, you can make the target smaller.
Oh, you just make the target smaller.
Yeah, that makes it difficult, yeah. And it simulates shooting further out.
You'll have to kick me out of your range.
Really?
If you build a
Put
range...
lights out there, please.
So it's cleared.
Oh, yeah?
The land's cleared.
Nice.
And they're sticking the pole barn is getting delivered next week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a pole barn.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be the like Dirty Kid copy range.
Yeah.
And then there's gonna be, and then somehow like I told him how to do like, hopefully it fucking works. Like, but I told him like I want long range, and I think it's like 700 yards. And then
Really?
Yeah.
I'll live out there.
Same.
Yeah. So
I'll
it's
set up a
kind
bed in my car.
Yeah, it's like don't you like want to like when people talk about, man, I just want to draw from holster. Don't you want to invite people to your range or like Kevin's or places where we go, and so you can say, come on, let's go shoot.
Depends very heavily on the person.
Yeah.
Very heavily on the person.
Coming from me, and I don't fucking hang out with anybody. I the only person I've taken to the gun range in fucking 16 years is you. Yeah. I've never had anybody come to the gun range with me in my car ever.
I've adopted this mindset a lot from Dean. It's something that he believes in that bled onto me, I think. And it's like, if you don't care about getting better and taking the advice, I don't want to waste my time with you. And I've had that happen a few times where I took somebody out shooting who really wanted to go out shooting with me, and I saw certain things that they could be doing better, and I gave them the advice, or I saw something that they were doing that I personally consider to be just wrong, like the incorrect way of doing it, and they did not listen, and I was like, okay, so I mean, what are we doing?
So
are we just shooting alongside each other?
Then what were you thinking when you were trying to tell me, hey, can I make a suggestion? And I was like, no!
Well, that's not what was happening.
I don't want to learn. No, I'm completely happy doing what I'm doing. Please, when I want you to teach me, I'll have you teach me. But at this point, I just want to shoot my guns.
I think you misunderstood that situation.
Oh, no.
I was doing something with everybody that was at the range, which I do every week. I set up some sort of drill, and everybody at the range runs it, and that's kind of what I do at Kevin's, and that's why Kevin likes having me out there, because I'll set up drills, so it's not just mindlessly shooting at steel. There'll be a purpose that people go after, and every time I do and you're there, I'll give the explanation to everybody, and we'll be running it. And halfway through it, you'll run up and you'll go, "What are we doing?" And then
That's like later.
and I'll explain it to you. I was doing that again.
Okay.
I was inviting you to join us.
Oh, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I was inviting you to join us for a drill that all of us were going to do, and you got very upset.
I didn't get upset.
Leave me alone.
I just said, leave me alone.
You said, "Let me do what I'm doing. Just leave me alone."
Leave me alone.
All right, man.
Well, I mean, so when I go shooting, like practice drawing my 43X and practice shooting my 43X, and then I practice with my Glock, and then I practice with my two go-to ARs, and I go home. That's what I do.
Yeah.
On that occasion. But like, I want to. I mean, also like, is this weird? Like, since it's not my place at Kevin's, like I feel like I want to go make my own drills, or like I want to like those USPSA PSA targets that you guys have. Like I want to set those things up, and like I feel, I feel like what's the word? Like if I do more, I'm intruding. You know what I mean? And I mean, like I want to do my own thing at my own range, and have my own shit set up, and then I would probably say, okay, teach me.
Yeah, I can understand that because I like to set up my own thing. That's why I like to run a whole bay out. I don't invite anyone out, and I shoot for 3-4 hours. My own little simple setups, and it might be only 2 targets out there where I'm drawing, shooting one, transition to the other, or start in front of one, draw, shoot, take a step in front of the other, then shoot, and I'll do that for hours on end.
Yeah, I did
I
that.
just bring lunch and water, and I just have a good time.
What'd you say?
I did that one time.
Did you say water?
Water.
Well,
Throwing water.
the Philly in them?
Is that the Philly?
Or is that more Jersey?
It's water. I don't know.
I remember one time I rented out the bay at Guncraft, and Dean was supposed to meet me there, but I was there like an hour early, so I rented out for an hour, and I'm shooting, and then the guy comes, he's like, "Sorry, you got to get off. Someone rented out." I'm like, "God dang!" So I started packing it up, and it was Dean that rented it out.
I was like, "Go out there and kick them off."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
That's really funny.
I was like, "I know, but go out there and kick
And
them
I was
off."
like, I feel like it hasn't been a whole hour that I've shot.
Yeah, I'm excited that I have to spend. The thing that sucks is I've got to spend money on it. Like it's not. I've got to spend money to clear that land. I got to spend and then like the thing too. Like we take for granted the gazebo at Kevin's, like how you're out of sun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even like the concrete. Yeah, and the electric, like you take it for granted. So I have electric being brought out there, and then gazebo thing being built, and I'm gonna try to make it as nice as possible. So, at least we have a place to go.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we all have a place to go, so we can film content. So.
I'm not joking when I say you'll have to kick me out.
Yeah.
If you give me an invite to that place, I'll be there probably every day.
Nah, you won't.
Yeah, I probably will.
Really?
Yeah.
Even some days after work too.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I'll
like-
get some. Yeah. So I go to my buddies probably some days after work. I have my bolt gun with me, and I just shoot out there so I can shoot and then come home.
Because I mean, it's just there's difference when it's like someone and you're asking, like, "Hey, do you mind if I come to your range?"
Yeah.
Or like, and then Kevin invites us, and it's like a cool thing, but still, it's like it's his range. We can't do certain things.
You
know,
don't
like,
stick around to see it every single Sunday. Kevin has to kick us out, and he's like, it's just a thing now. We'll stay there for as long as he lets us until he's finally like, "All right, I'm hungry." It'll make us leave. I'll be there for a long time.
How do you afford the ammo?
I have this really nice job working at this really cool gun shop down in sunny Sarasota. It's pretty much like my primary expense. I'd say most of my money goes to ammo.
You should get an ammo sponsor.
That'd be really cool.
You should be nice to Pistol Pete, and he would give you ammo. But we, if you got into the end of the video, and I should say this in the beginning of the video, I appreciate you guys watching our podcast. I appreciate the guys coming out and participating in it. They all have families and dogs and cats and things to do, and they came to spend time with you and do content with this podcast. If you get the opportunity, just smash the like button and share it with somebody if you can. It's really good for our algorithm. Or like our page. That's really cool too. And if you have the opportunity, come to Sarasota, Florida and see Shark Coast Tactical. If you come and you tell us that you solace on the podcast. I'll give you a hat or a shirt, let you pet my dogs, and I'll show you some really cool stuff. I appreciate you. We're out.